a lot has been going on in this winter of the year of 2022. We have the Omicron variant taking over the world all over again, and then we have the Ukrainian crisis. Back to the enemy world, we have the final season of Attack of Titan, and then another season of Demon Slayer is dropped. It is packed, so let's get started right away. First up, Tokyo 24th Ward. Anime original by Cloverworks. About a trio doing missions after getting phone calls from their dead friend. This show is very ambitious in releasing a 48-minute pilot episode. Not gonna lie, the first half of it really bored me and I've had thoughts of dropping the show entirely. However, it gets quite intense during the second half, which kinda motivated me to continue on with it. It mainly revolves around your usual trolley problems, ethics, and a little bit of politics. Quite a portion of the show is filled with dialogues, but quite a portion of the show is also very intense. The hype may actually die down a bit in some parts, which may bore some people. But if you're someone into philosophy or discussing ethical questions in general, I think you'll enjoy watching the show. If you're coming in for his actions, then I think you will be a little disappointed. Quality-wise, it's okay. I mean, it's your usual Cloverworks level. Considering them already taking on 3 shows this season, I think is already quite impressive. Overall, it's just an okay show for me. Some parts are a little boring, but some parts are also pretty intense. Demon Slayer Entertainment District Arc. Ufotable raised the bar once again, everybody. The visuals are just as promising as usual, maybe even more flamboyant than they've done in the past. Yeah, no, I abused the word flamboyant just like everybody else, yeah. Anyway, this shit is really intense. The fight goes on for half the show, but it doesn't really feel like it's being dragged on. Instead, it's just constant intensity and tension from all fronts. You can actually feel the struggles of the character and how difficult the battle really is. Some parts though, I can agree that they can be cut down a little bit, but it's just the usual, pacing problems Ufotable always has. I really like Tengen as a character. He's someone who knows his strengths and limits but are still willing to do his very best. This humbleness and modesty are what make him very admirable. I also really like the performance of Daki's VA. Daki is supposed to be that 13-year-old immature teenager deep inside despite her ability to change her appearance to be more mature as a demon. She looks mature, but she still acts like a child. I think the VA really captured that part very well. The versatility and flexibility in her voice really display her menace and dominance without losing the childish side of her, with the tone of her speech and choice of words, etc. It really reflects how difficult and miserable the life of her and her brother is, as they really don't have a choice but to become demons. The cruelty is really nurtured by their society. Her voice performance is really my favorite part of the show, and overall this show is really fantastic. Attack on Titan final season. Hype it up, boys. Hype it up, man. Hype it up. You know how much of an impact this anime has when its final season is shut the fuck down fucking Crunchyroll because of the overwhelming amount of audience watching it. I don't really have much to say about this show that's not being said by many others. It's just phenomenal. It's especially reflective of real life. One question that really hits home for me is whether people of the present should bear the responsibility of the mistakes of their ancestors. A lot of us can really answer this question with a very straightforward yes or no, but what about practically speaking? What do people really think? like how do they really act? What do they really do, right? Anyway, these seeds of a lot of conflicts today really were planted decades and centuries ago. I mean, who should really take the blame? And practically speaking, who should really take the blame? Or ideally speaking, who should really take the blame? Anyway, let's talk a little bit about the characters. When we talk about Attack of Titan, how can we forget about the amazing character development? Gabby is quite an annoying brat earlier in the season, but this part of the season really builds her up to be such an amazing foil to Eren. They share the parallel upbringing, but eventually divergent paths they take and the lenses they choose to see the world from. Anyway, this show is just amazing, amazing, amazing. Akebi-chan no Seirafuku. Let's just end this episode on a sweet note with Akebi. This show is just beautiful. Just beautiful. Of course, visually it looks like something from KyoAni, but I'm not just talking about the visuals here. The story is just very beautiful, especially in its simplicity. We're diving into each of the characters' mind and discovering their inner insecurities and such. Is an introspective puberty. This show is really good at capturing the details of the daily life of an average teenager. It reminds us of the problems we all face, like our insecurities and all sort of things, but also reminds us of the simplicity of life back when we were just middle schoolers, right? It is definitely a very comfortable and relaxing watch. It always puts a smile on my face every time I watch this show, despite how busy or stressful my life gets. Yeah, Demon Slayer is awesome, Attack on Titan is phenomenal, but watching this show really allows me to slow down and appreciate some tiny little moments of life. It really is my favorite show of this season. Thank you so much for watching. It's been quite a while since I uploaded my last video. You know, I've been kind of busy and stuff. Anyway, I appreciate you all for sticking here till the end. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notified, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.